And of course, this will also allow us to start introducing a real reason for the redesigned Northeast Airfield.
What's going on, guys? Today we're back with a new video, and in today's one we're going to talk about whether planes and helicopters will ever come into vanilla DayZ. So this topic came up recently in the DayZ podcast Discord, and it's kind of an interesting one. There was a video linked from Silo Entertainment about update 0.61 for DayZ. And in that video, he was mentioning the talk of planes being added into DayZ. This was at a time when the concept art for planes was shown for the first time as to what a plane would look like in DayZ. It obviously built a lot of hype straight away. I even made a video on 0.61 update myself. That video is still on the channel somewhere, I think. There was screenshots, as you can see on screen now, of planes that were meant to be coming into DayZ, kind of more civilian type ones. And the work had kind of started in the game to get planes and helis ready for DayZ. As you know, the Northeast Airfield, or the Krasno Airfield, was changed back in, I think it was 0.61 or around then, early 2014, sometime around there. The reason it was changed was to get planes and helicopters ready for DayZ. That's where they were going to spawn, was kind of the Northeast Airfield, and that's where you'd find most of the parts for your helicopters and planes. Not long after that, the old dev team left the game, and obviously the team was dramatically downsized and stuff like that, so planes and helicopters kind of put on the back burner, and they had to focus on more important things to actually get the game running again. And then there was the engine swap as well. I was also thinking as well, what type of airplanes would they put in the game, and helicopters as well, and I think I could see them putting in more kind of civilian helicopters and planes. Like, obviously the plane that was leaked is a civilian plane, but the helicopter that was shown for DayZ was actually a military helicopter. It was the Little Bird. I don't think it had any weapons on it, like, you know, rockets or guns or anything like that, but it was still a more military type helicopter. So I'm assuming you might find this one in places like Northwest Airfield, or maybe even Tissy if you're really lucky. But I definitely think the more civilian side of helicopters and planes would be cooler to have in DayZ than all these big military type ones. It would be cool to see planes and helis in DayZ in the future. I don't think we're going to see them for a little while. I'm hoping it will happen at some stage, but there needs to be like a network rework of DayZ's network system. That's the one thing that I think is also kind of messing up with cars at the moment as well. It kind of all needs to be reworked, and once everything is stable on that end, I could see then maybe sometime helicopters and planes being added into DayZ. It would definitely be an interesting way of traveling around the map. I'm assuming they would be stupidly rare and probably even harder to get working and find all the parts than, you know, a vehicle like a car. But it is definitely a cool concept to see. DayZ expansion, I know, has some aeroplanes that they brought in when they first released the mod. I know there was a prop plane, and there was the AC-130 type plane and stuff like that were out there, but they weren't very good at the time. They were quite janky and stuff like that. I have not tried them since they were first released, as they were just way too janky to even try. I don't know what they're like nowadays, but it would be cool to see a mod out there that would bring a prop plane, kind of a civilian plane, to DayZ. Obviously it's always cool having these big military planes and stuff like this. I know there was a private mod out there for a while that was a fighter jet that you could fly around, and that one actually did kind of work, but again, it was private and you had to pay for it. No specific service had it, but it would be nice to see some type of public airplane mod out there that was just a prop plane, a civilian plane that could be found, you know, around the world, and you'd gather all the parts for it to get it working. It's certainly a cool way to do it, and it would actually kind of give us an insight as to what civilian planes would look like in DayZ. There's an option for any modders out there who are, you know, bored and want something to do, is to try and make a plane. We have helicopter mods out there. I'm assuming it would probably be nearly kind of a reskin maybe to make airplanes work. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously I'm not a modder, so I could be talking completely out of my ass. I'm not sure, but it would be cool to see. Or maybe one day we'll get airplanes and helicopters into DayZ. It would definitely be a really cool thing to see. Definitely be an interesting way to travel the map. Imagine having your plane in Northwest Airfield where you were looting up for military gear, and then you wanted to go and grab some NBC gear down at the Northeast Airfield. You fly down, land on the Northeast Airfield, grab your gear, and then you can fly to Belota if you wanted to then go to Pavlovo Military to check out the toxic zone. It'd be a really cool idea. And I definitely think it has everything it needs for it to work. So one day, hopefully, we can get them in. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. It was a cool topic, so I decided to make a video on it, as I've always dreamed of having planes in the game ever since I saw those concept videos of the helicopters and the concept art of the plane as well. So maybe one day. But yeah, until then, I should catch you guys in the next video. So peace out for now.